Hi friends, it's Barbara or Doll, and I'm here for our cozy rocking chair knit and chat. So grab your favorite beverage, hot or cold, and join me. I invite you. Today I have something special. I have a Starbucks ah, green iced matcha latte with some vanilla. Mmm. Really good. I went to make myself some iced coffee and realized I didn't have any ice cubes yet. So when I dropped Nick off on his appointment, I came back and decided to try this, and it's really good. So it's nice to have a cold beverage of your choice when we're chatting. So it's been quite a week. It's Wednesday, coming up on the end of the month soon, and I am still 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm 6 days behind on my schedule for my August socks. 6 days. That's a lot. Anyway, there's my current work in progress. So I've come around the heel, and there it is. So, we like that picture. And I just finished another 12 rows. So that's what these are. They measure 12 rows, and I'm doing, so I've got 36. I may do 48. I may do 60. I'm not sure. I'll have to try it on. So the other work in progress for me right now is part of a spinning/knitting challenge. So I bought this wonderful cheviot, whatever, and I dyed it. Isn't this lovely? So this piece here was dyed with orange Kool-Aid in one end of the pot, and I don't know whether we can see it here or not. Maybe not so much. The other end of the pot I dyed with copper food coloring. So the orange Kool-Aid, and there, see there, it's a little bit more pink. So this was the copper food coloring from Wilton's. There, I'll try to move it a little bit slower. And then it moves into the orange Kool-Aid, and I purposely left it spotted. I wanted to keep it spotted. And I'm spinning this on a couple of spindles, my Ashford Mini and my Turkish spindle, and then my larger spindle that I do all my plying on. So those are the spinning parts of it. And the first part of the socks, these are for Halloween, so obviously the orange. I had a little bit of the plain fiber that I hadn't done anything with. So I decided I would do the edge of the cuffs in that white, that natural color. And so I've started 2 pairs. I'm not doing 2 at a time in the sense of magic loop or anything like that. I'm doing 2 at a time with 2 sets of needles so that I get the same striping, same number of rows on each one. So that's kind of the way I'm going about that. So I haven't gotten as much done just generally, I don't think, since I talked to you last. I think it was last Wednesday or Thursday that I did my chat. And there hasn't been tremendous progress on any of it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I got to kind of dig in my heels a little bit and decide, okay, so what do I really need to do? What do I want to do next? It's vegetable season. It's harvest time. So today I got Swiss chard, beets, and cucumbers. I have enough cucumbers to slice up for some quick pickles, which I'm going to do. So I've been spending a little bit more time in the kitchen than I had been previously. And for August, I don't know, we've been home a lot in my professional world as a pastor. I've been really busy catching up with folks at church and managing some house visits that kind of thing. So it's been a little bit busier that way. And also prepping for Sunday worship, which is my job, basically. So I don't have quite as much free time as I might have had in July, but even in July, I mean, I was busy. I was out visiting and doing holiday things. So anyway, there we have it. Still not as much knitting slash spinning slash library stuff. So what about you? What are you working on currently? Or is harvest season begun and the kitchen's kind of taking over a lot of things for you? I look at my shelves and I realize I really should get some tomatoes and get some sauce made. But honestly, I don't have a lot of energy. Not much. Next week I go see the doctors, which means tomorrow, Thursday, I need to go for blood work, which is always kind of annoying and a pain in the you know what. Well, actually it's in the arm, but where I go, they're really good. And I seem to be past my initial, oh my God, I can't do this. And I'm kind of happy about that. It's just so much easier. And the people who I go to take the blood, the phlebotomist, anyway, I can't say it. Excuse me, are really good. And I rarely feel it. So, like, if you can get blood from me and I don't pass out on the floor, it's a good day. Let's just leave it there. And I'm not thinking there's going to be any surprises. I go to the diabetes doctor, and I can't remember the actual word for that right now. But I go about every 6 or 7 months just to check in. I don't have a family doctor. Neither Nick or I do. He has a cardiologist, and I have the endocrinologist. There you go. That's what we have right now. So hopefully we will be getting family doctors soon. There's a few family doctors up here on the mountain that are taking in new patients. So I got to go on a waiting list. And who knows how long the wait list is. You never know, right? So that's kind of up for next week. And next week is the last week. It's the week that everybody gets prepared for school, because school starts here the week of Labor Day. Yeah. And it kind of feels like the end of summer. And it's been chilly. It was down to, I believe, about 10 degrees Celsius here last night. I can't remember what that is Fahrenheit. And it'll be maybe 9 degrees tonight, and then up to only 21 in the daytime. But next week it'll be 29 and 30 again. So hot stuff. And it'll feel like summer, which is kind of nice. We have one more trip to the campground planned where we'll stay in the permanent trailer they have there, and I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, I think, can't think of anything else. I'm getting around my sock. I'd really like to get the first one done and get the second one cast on so that I feel like I've accomplished something. I don't like being behind. I really don't. I set a goal for myself, and I know it's just a random goal that doesn't matter really in the long scheme of things. I have a list of knitting projects to do for an upcoming church bazaar. So, I mean, the socks could be just put aside until I have a few of those items done and ready. So I may do that, but I often wonder, like, what the rest of you do, knitters, spinners out there. Do you set projects aside to finish more pressing things? Do you have a target? I don't know. I just don't know. And targets are good because they give you a purpose, right? Something to work towards, which I think is really good. But on the other hand, I don't want to get so stressed about it that I get disappointed in myself. I would obviously not be disappointed in someone else if they were working on something and didn't get very far or didn't get as far as they wanted. But at the same time, why wouldn't I allow myself the same amount of grace, right? Do you do that to yourself? Do you put up targets and then guilt yourself into either finishing them or never touching them again? It's hard to say, eh? I'd love to hear what you do when you get to that point. And I know from most people who I've spoken with that we all have projects on the go that are unfinished. That's just normal. Some people work on one thing until it's done, and many of us work on many things, and eventually things get done, which is a good thing. This whole idea of not buying yarn until I need yarn is really tough for me to stick to right now. It really is. But I'm doing good. I'm doing really well with that. So I have a budget amount, and if I see something on sale or something that I just have to have, the budget is there for it. So, and that helps. Like setting up a budget for your crafting desires, whatever that is, whether it's fabric or kit of some sort, or fiber to spin, or knitting, crocheting, whatever that craft is, having that budget in place can really free you from the guilt of buying something, right? And also knowing that you have this budget, and then knowing and understanding how precious it is, right? Then we can shop. Then we can look around and check prices and say, is that really the color I want? Is that really the style I want? So we take a little bit more time as we look at things. And that can be a really good thing, I think. I don't know. What about you? Share your ideas. I think that's all I'm going to share right now. I've got almost a second row done here on my sock. I'm over halfway through my matcha. My iced latte. It is so good, I have to tell you. I've got to learn how to make that. I have some matcha here. I've not had much luck in making either hot or cold matcha lattes, so I need to learn. Because, $6 or $7 at Starbucks is just way too much, even though it is wonderful and it is a treat. So a treat once in a while is okay, isn't it? Yeah, I think so too. Anyway, I hope you have a really good rest of your week. May your stitches only drop when you want them to. And may your spinning continue to give you inspiration and joy as you go. Anyway, we'll talk to you next time. God bless. Bye for now.